Good evening, YouTube subscribers. This is Dave Chula here with another video for you. Just got done with a strong workout and trying to get back into shape again after being malnourished for 3 years due to cancer. Anyways, so I'm just thinking as I was working out today, and sometimes in life you are thrown, or should I say, dealt a hand of cards that you didn't really plan on playing. Just 3 years ago, I was in the best shape of my life. I was at the top of my career. I was making plenty of money, going to work, taking care of the family, exercising, riding my bike 300 miles a week, riding my bike to work when I was working at HCA. Then I would come home from the VA when I worked for the VA, would go to the gym, just a really good life. And then got diagnosed with cancer and pretty much took all that away. Lost my career, lost my ability to work, lost the ability to exercise at the level that I was exercising. But you play the hand that you're given. And the title of this video is called You're a Man and You Got Work to Do. So if you're a woman, that doesn't mean you tune out. Have to sit down. It doesn't mean you tune out. What I mean is this. There's stuff we got to get done. There's stuff that we have to do. And you just got to do it. You can either sit on the couch and do nothing and just let life pass you by, succumb to just watching TV all day long, wallowing in self-pity, or you can get up and do something, even if it's just a little bit, each and every single day. Now, I'm not going to really share any scriptures in this particular video. This is just more like a talk. You just got to get up and do it. No excuses. When I'm at the gym, I see extremely overweight people. They're working out and working out hard, extremely overweight, and they're pushing it hard. If they can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Not only am I fighting chronic pain, but my body doesn't absorb nutrients like it used to. So I'm fighting chronic fatigue. Fatigue so bad that it's painful. And most of the time, I don't want to go to the gym. Most of the time, I'd just rather stay home. But you know what? You do what you got to do, man. You're a man, and you got a job to do. The man is supposed to be the protector. As men, we don't have the privilege of just checking out. Can't do that. If men were to just check out, every single man on this planet just checked out, we'd fall apart. Society would fall apart. Society is built on strong men who are willing to put their hands to the plow and not look back. That doesn't mean women aren't important. Again, this is a talk for guys. We are called to put our hands to the plow and not look back. We're not called to be cowards, and we're not called to shrink back. Does that mean you can't be emotional and you can't have a moment to take a deep breath? That's fine. But you don't have the privilege of checking out. You don't have the privilege of just mentally saying, I'm done, and just not take care of your family, not take care of business. That doesn't mean you don't feel anything, but sometimes you got to put your emotions in check, and you just got to do what you got to do. You don't feel like, you don't like your job, go get a new job. You don't like your career, go back to school. You don't like the way your marriage is, do something to make it right. You married her for a reason. You courted her. You're the one that chased after her. She didn't tie you down and make you marry her. Go make your marriage better. Your kids don't respect you. Sit down and talk to them. Find out why. That's not saying it's your fault, but you have more power to change things than you realize. Look, it ain't always going to work out. Life sucks. And sometimes it deals you a hand that you just have to play it. The best poker players play their hand and they put on the poker face. And they call and they can bluff, and nobody can call their bluff. And you never know. You never know what their hands are. They can have the worst hand possible, but the best poker players, you'll never know. You'll never know what their hands are. And they can make that other person bet everything they have. Yet they only got like maybe a couple of pairs of twos and a king or whatever. I don't play poker, but you know what I'm saying? They got the worst hand possible, but they still win. It's possible. You can still win, man. You're a man. You got a job to do. Deal with it. Do it. Do the job you were called to do. Stop making excuses. Hit the gym. Quit saying I'll do it tomorrow. Just do it. Just do it, man. I started this YouTube channel. It's going to have spiritual stuff. It's going to have music. It's going to have funny stuff. It's going to have stupid stuff. Maybe it'll be successful. Maybe it won't. I don't know. But I'm not putting stuff off. I'm not putting stuff off. Hopefully I'll get back to work again one day. Hopefully I'll find the energy to get back to work one day. But one thing I'm not going to do is sit down and do nothing. Because that's not an option. It's not. I don't have the option of checking out. My life's not over yet. I'm 3 years into a 5-year death sentence. They told me I was supposed to be dead at 5 years. I'll never forget the doctor came, or the physician assistant came into the hospital I was in at North Florida Regional Medical Center and said, this disease is going to kill you. You're not going to live past 5 years. You will die. First of all, no one can predict when God's going to take someone's life. We can only speculate. That's number one. But number two, even if I only have 5 years, it's going to be the best 5 years that I've had. Shame on me if I'm just going to sit back and just kind of succumb to whatever. That's just not going to happen. I had a guy one time online tell me, well, you sure look pretty good for a man who has stage 4 cancer. What am I supposed to do? Walk around with oxygen in my nose and say my life is over and just kind of succumb to just let life take me? That's what I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to look a certain way because I have cancer, so I'm not supposed to take a shower, put on something nice, go to a park, go to the gym, take care of myself. I'm supposed to just wait until I die because according to that idiot, well, you look too good to have cancer. Yeah, so I'm going to lie about something like that. Yeah, I've never been one to want to take help from anybody. I've always been the one to give the help. It's very hard for me to ask for help. I hate asking for help. I hate it. I hate it because I like taking care of stuff. I really hope that when we go to heaven, that isn't this big retirement with the streets just made of gold and all you do is sing and having a continual church service. Oh God, please no. That would be boring. To me, that would be a boring heaven. Give me something to do. Give me something to build. Give me a job. Whether I'm taking care of the garden or building a house or getting my hands dirty and mixing mud for the cement for the roads. Something. I don't know how heaven's going to be, but I really hope there's work. I really hope there's jobs. I really hope there's something satisfactory that we're going to build. There's still musicians in heaven. They're singing, so someone's going to write the music. God's not going to do everything. Shouldn't have to, They're still going to be learning. There's still going to be, it's going to be so much. I can imagine, but one thing I hope is not just big retirement. I was forced into retirement. I left my job kicking and screaming. I would still be there. And a couple of things I learned. And the times I used to complain about my job, I'd get back all my benefit money if I could just get my health back and not be in pain anymore and be able to get up and go to work. To have the boss that you don't like. At least you got a paycheck. At least you get up and you accomplish something. Again, if you're in a situation where you can't work, and you're in a situation where that you can't do the things you used to do, you can do something. You know, I'm trying to think. There was I think it was a poem, or somebody was saying, I used to be upset that my hands were in pain until I saw a guy with no hands, or I used to be upset that I wasn't able to walk till I saw a guy with no legs. You know, that kind of thing. There's always someone worse off than you. There's no excuses. You can do something. You can do something. I don't know what that thing is for you. You know, for me, it's this YouTube channel, and again, it may go nowhere, but who cares? My glory may not come till after I die. Posthumously, this all gets out. You know, I'm reading a book now called My Ride with Cancer, written by Onishi. I can't think of his last name. He's an African guy, but he passed away in 2017. So he never got to see the fruit of his labor. You know, but other people have read the book and got inspired by it, but it's all posthumously. You know, there's something you can do with your life. There's absolutely something you can do with your life. It's not over to the fat lady sings. Oh, sorry, that's not politically correct. It's not over till it's over. Is that better? I want to offend any fat people. But you know what I'm saying. You know, it's not over yet. Your life is not over. Okay? You a man, and you got a job to do. You better get it done. Because at the end of the day, at the end of your life, and God holds you accountable for the things you could have done you didn't do, that's when there's going to be trouble. Not to say we're judged on what we do because it's not work salvation, but God expects us to produce something with our life. And it has to be something amazing. And everybody has the potential of doing something amazing. God don't make trash. Okay? Even dirt. Listen to me. Listen to me. Even dirt grows beautiful flowers. Remember that.